siren per area. And I just think, you know, we talk about, we know we're going to cut and cut and cut. So my point going into this was, if we can find some places to cut that make sense and don't affect people, if we can give something back like that, it certainly seems to have appeal to me. Right. Because we live in a tornado alley, it feels like coming down through Kaiser and 18 and 27 there. And we have these warnings all the time, and I know it gets into a logistic thing of who's ringing that bell and who's comm center and this other stuff. But a lot of other cities work those logistics out. I just really be interested in May to hear, 14th to hear about some thoughts, but I just think the citizens would really, there's benefit there. For a very cheap price, if a tornado, heaven help us, comes down Main Street, it certainly helps. I know we have the phones and that sort of thing, but if I'm standing out at Betty G. Ross Park and my phone's in my car, you know what I'm saying? There's still places that I think it would certainly help us. So if we can look at that, and I'll be quiet.
Any other questions from Mr. Hammond? The couple things I wanted to mention, purchasing manager. Again, I haven't had a chance to go through here, but have you put any more thought towards somebody controlling purchasing? The other, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Mayor, to be honest, that's, as far as you're talking about a full-time employee.
Or a part-time.
I can look further into that.
I'd just like to see what our options are. That could be, I think, a valuable asset to controlling some costs.
Yes, sir.
And this is good information you have in here about the water. Now, I'm sure I've seen this number before, but 48% of our water billing is our top 10 textile-based customers.
Yes, sir.
That's something to sure pay attention to there. That's a big deal. Thank you.
Then Mayor, you said that impersonation, I hadn't thought a lot about it since February, but it's almost a scenario where you can wonder if that person will always pay for himself in the right situation. That purchasing was centralized for the city, and equipment, renting, materials, and that sort of stuff. I mean, you know, I'd be curious to know and see what other cities did and how they do that. I know the county, I know the guy up here, they do it. So I'd almost wonder if that person will almost pay for their stuff and save us money to get them to pay.
It sure be easy to measure with them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Did anyone sign up for public comment?
Mr. Bergen?
Mr. Bergen?
Thank you for the privilege of letting me speak, Mr. Mayor. I don't want to upset anybody, make anybody mad over especially this insurance, but I recommended back in 2007 that you give this insurance to all the existing employees and none for the new employees after that. Well, I got a lot of static over it, but I could see this day coming, and I'd like to ask the city manager, what is the cost of health insurance a year now, Mr. Henry?
Oh gosh, the total cost is, Georgia, I can't believe I'm close, probably 1.2 million. Is that close? Is that high? I don't have it in front of me, Mr. Bergen, I really don't.
How many people estimated have retired since 2007?
I don't have it in front of me. I don't know. But I can get it for you.
Well, I think the council needs to be aware of it. It's nothing to me. I'm going to have to pay so much tax no matter what happens. But I'm telling you, for everybody's own good, and you're talking about, this lady's talking about insurance coming down. Insurance is not going to come down.
Well, I'm glad you pointed out the thing about only existing employees, because one of the recommendations in my budget is effective July 1, new hires will not get the full, they will only be employee only. So
I like to see employees get all the benefits they can, but it's just, you're not going to be able to do it much longer.
I don't disagree.
And I think this grandfathering issue will help especially long-term, it'll help.
Yeah.
I would, just out of curiosity, like to know how many people has retired since 2007. I think it's going to surprise you how much money you could have saved. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. Is there anybody else?
No, sir.
Anybody else? News media, any questions this time? All right. I need a motion to go into closed session. I need it read just like it is here in on the agenda.
Mayor, I'll make a motion, we go to closed session to discuss personnel in accordance with NCGS 143-318.11A6.
Thank you. We'll be going into closed session now, and we will shut the doors here in a few minutes, and then we will reopen them whenever we are finished. Thank you very much.